James Gunn has revealed some more information about Superman Legacy, but in doing so may have exposed a darker truth about Henry Cavill's exit as Superman. Hey everyone, welcome back to our movie news. DC co-head James Gunn has been active on social media once again, but it has left quite a few fans confused. Now, it all began when Gunn put on his Instagram story talking about how Creature Commandos wasn't fast-tracked, but he then mentioned Superman Legacy. He said, not that fast-tracked really, since this and Superman Legacy were both in development before we took over as DCU Studios chiefs. So before DC Studios were a company and Peter Safran and James Gunn were put in charge, Superman Legacy was in development. Which is confusing because if you think back to that time, Henry Cavill returned as Superman in Black Adam, and it was widely reported that a Man of Steel 2 was in development. So after reading this, I was a bit confused. Had Superman Legacy actually been Man of Steel 2 all along, but when Gunn took over he kicked out Cavill and turned it into a reboot? Or was Superman Legacy always a separate project? Well, I asked him this question and fortunately he responded. I asked, "Hi James, could you please clarify this? Is this referring to Man of Steel 2 with Cavill that you now changed to Superman Legacy, or was Superman Legacy a different project altogether?" And Gunn responded with, Superman Legacy was always a separate project. Not only that, but he clarified even more that he was hired to write the movie over 6 months ago. So if we look back to 6 months ago and further, we can see that was around the time that the Henry Cavill cameo in Black Adam rumor started to ramp up, and roughly when he was hired to film his scene for the Black Adam post-credit scene. So to hear this is slightly confusing. If Superman Legacy was being written over 6 months ago, very close to when they hired Cavill for Black Adam, why on earth did they hire Cavill in the first place if they were writing a brand new Superman film detached from his version of the character? Now this is where the rabbit hole goes a bit deeper, but I will say this is just one theory I have, and I'm sure others have it too, but I think it makes quite a bit of sense now, so hear me out. Black Adam was having real problems behind the scenes. Desperate need for reshoots and a constantly increasing budget was worrying Warner Bros. Discovery, who were in $50 billion worth of debt. They needed to make a profit, and they could see the demand for Henry Cavill's Superman, but they already were planning on rebooting the character, if not the whole universe soon. They wanted a cheaper, younger Superman, but they needed as much as they could to draw in an audience for Black Adam. So they bring back Cavill for only $250,000 and get him to shoot another scene for an extra $250,000 for The Flash, just in case that movie needs an extra boost. That way, they have their pull. A quick 10-second cameo of Cavill's Superman, practically confirming his return before the movie's release, and then hoping that it will bring in a larger box office return. They also have the cover of not having to commit to that arrangement as a contract was never signed. It's all been quietly planned behind closed doors. Not only that, but did anyone else notice how under the radar the hiring of James Gunn and Peter Safran were? Not a single scoop was reported about that before the news officially broke. What if there was a plan in place for a long time regarding Gunn rebooting the universe? Maybe Superman Legacy was the start. Now this is all a theory, but I think quite a bit of it could actually be true. Now I think the thing that is very clear is that Henry Cavill was used by Warner Bros. Discovery to boost ticket sales for Black Adam. His announcement of his return without a contract in place was foolish on his part, but maybe because he trusted the words of the company, he felt he didn't have to. I just don't understand how you can hire someone to write a Superman solo movie that was clearly not written with Cavill in mind, but still hire Cavill and tease a big future for his version of the character. Surely they weren't planning on having two versions of Clark Kent up on the big screen at the same time. With Discovery struggling with money, there was no way on earth they were going to invest two large budgets into two separate Superman movies. I have a bad feeling that they never wanted Cavill to stick around, which is why they only hired him for Black Adam and The Flash and didn't have a long-term contract in place. Either it was their last attempt at trying to make Black Adam as profitable as possible, or they wanted to see if Cavill really had enough pull before deciding whether or not they keep him. Either way, Henry Cavill and the fans have been messed around, and it's not fair on any of us. It feels like someone is lying, and it feels like they're trying to cover it up more and more. But make sure to let me know how you feel about this latest news. It's confusing and upsetting. I'm sure as time goes on we will get more information on the matter, but for now, all we can do is use the evidence we have in front of us and try to work out what on earth is going on. But that is all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe and turn on post notifications so you never miss a video. I hope to see you here again soon, so until then, have a great day. Bye!